So the last part of camera mechanics, the basic camera mechanics, is the ISO. You might have seen this, it was on the old films back in the day, and it's just industry standard for something. It's really old term from back in the camera days. Organization, industry standard organization. Anyway, it's not important. What it is it's the cornea, the sensitivity of the eye. And so these are all the things you can manipulate in the camera to really get the best shot, just like your body does automatically. And so there's a sensor in the back of your camera. Back in the day it used to be film, but now it's a sensor. And you can modify how sensitive it is to light. And so what happens is that the more sensitive it is, the more light can get in. So maybe like in a dark area or for faster shots, you want to make it more sensitive to light. Now there is a trade-off. So as you make it more sensitive, it's also more sensitive to noise. And so that's why a lot of times when you increase that ISO to maybe like 1200 or 3000, you'll get really grainy shots, especially during the day. So you always want to make sure that your ISO is set correctly. You can usually set it to auto, but if, let's say, your shots are too blurry because you see that the shutter speed is too slow, it might be time to increase that ISO to a higher number. So during the daylight times, 100, 200 is really good. For sports action, with good lighting, it's like 400, 800. And for low light, you want to go to like 1200, 1600, 3000. When you go too far, you can experiment this, but when you go too high, you'll see that degradation of the photographs. So now you know the basics of the camera, and you'll probably, just to kind of show you, you'll see on my camera there's like a little ISO here, and you can go through different cameras programs, and so you can see how that shot is getting lighter or darker depending on the ISO. So the lower the ISO, the darker the shot, right? And just to go over with the aperture, remember, we can also, as we go, that f18, as it goes down we get brighter, and as we go up we get darker. And if we go on the shutter, right, the higher that number, the brighter, the lower, the brighter, the higher, the darker, because less light is getting in. So now you know pretty much the most important things about the camera. So what I recommend now is you set your camera, I'm going to give you homework, is that you set your camera to manual mode. Alright, so you have shutter priority, you have aperture priority. So when you do shutter priority, you set the shutter speed and it sets everything else for you. On aperture priority, you set the aperture and it sets everything else for you. And then there's manual. And on manual, it actually, you get to change everything. So like on here, I can change the speed, and then on my camera there's like a little down over here, and it changes the aperture. And so I recommend that you take a full week and take a full 1,000 pictures. That's your job, to take the full 1,000 pictures on manual mode. And I'm telling you, you will figure out everything about your camera. It will be frustrating, you'll take some horrible shots, but I guarantee you that by 1,000 pictures, you will understand these concepts and you'll be able to take great shots. So, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Please comment, please share, and I'll see you soon for the next set of videos about how to take great pictures. Thanks, guys.